Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining to the 23rd announcement for the Opportunity Calgary Investment Fund. My name is Angie Petretta, and I'm the director of the OCIF portfolio. I've been heavily involved in a number of projects in support of local entrepreneurs like Avatar, and it is my pleasure to be part of this exciting announcement. Before we get started, we would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta. The nations of the Treaty 7 region are the Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai First Nations, who together form the Blackfoot Confederacy. The Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wellesley First Nations, who all together form the Stoney Nakoda First Nations and the Tsuut'ina First Nation. The City of Calgary is homeland to the historic Northwest Métis and to the Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. We acknowledge all Indigenous urban Calgarians who have made Calgary their home. Joining us today are Brad Perry, CEO of the Opportunity Calgary Investment Fund, Mayor Jyoti Gondek, Kevin Krausert, CEO and co-founder, Avatar Innovations, Martha Hall Finley, Chief Climate Officer, Suncor Energy. I'd also like to make a special call out to a few others who have joined us today: Derek Armstrong and Shayla of Prairie's Can, John Wilson, President and CEO of Innovate Calgary. And this really does show the level of support from other government bodies and community members, both for this announcement and in leading the global energy transition. I will now call on Brad Perry to say a few words about the focus OCIF has put on investments in local early-stage startups and what it was about the Avatar Accelerator program that appealed to the OCIF board.
Thank you, Angie. And I think the key point there is a few words, right? Just kidding. Again, isn't it great to be here at the Energy Transition Center? Again, with our friends Kevin, Mayor Gondak, Martha, Derek, and of course, John. It's great to see everybody here. And again, as Angie mentioned, this is an amazing collaboration effort that happens. And you know, you've heard me say before in previous conversations about the fact that if you're truly serious about solving the energy transition challenge that we currently have, there is no better place than Calgary to do that. We have the talent, we have the investment, we have the spirit, and we have the drive to make this happen. So today I'm pleased to announce that the 23rd organization to receive support from the Opportunity Calgary Investment Fund is Avatar Innovations, as it plays a leading role in the energy transition in Calgary and for Canada. Over the next 3 years, OCIF will provide up to $500,000 to support Avatar Accelerator in the creation and development and growth of at least 12 new companies. But what's really interesting and important is the key that this would also do is unlock the entrepreneurial spirit that we have within our core energy sector and drive some of the new thinking that's going to help us solve this global challenge. You know, Avatar will take an early stage solutions and partner them with customers, capital, and expertise to create investor-ready business opportunities. We're incredibly excited about this opportunity for us and what it's going to mean for our city as we move towards our energy transition goals. You know, headquartered here in Calgary at the Energy Transition Center, the Accelerator will help local innovators create real solutions for a low-carbon economy, leveraging our strengths as a clean tech innovation hub and through industry collaboration. This investment by OCIF is an example of Calgary's leadership in clean tech. It reinforces Calgary as the place with the talent, experience, and commitment needed to make meaningful impacts. If you want to help create climate solutions, Calgary is the place to do it. We are and will continue to be the energy capital of Canada. While the face may change, Calgary will always play a key role in leading our sector forward in these new innovations. We can be incredibly proud that Canada's energy sector is committed to working together and collaboratively to develop solutions to achieve the net zero goals. Again, I want to say thank you to all of our partners from Prairie's Can who invested $2.1 million in this initiative. I want to thank the City of Calgary. I want to thank our friends at Innovation through the U of C for the amazing work that they've done. And thank you again for being here today, and happy to take some questions afterwards. Angie.
Thank you so much, Brad. I will now call on Mayor Gondak, who is a member of the OCIF Board of Directors, to say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. It's great to be here with you today. I think it's been almost a year since the first time I came here to understand what Avatar was all about, and Kevin talked me into falling in love with the organization. So it's just a pleasure to be here today. This is another great announcement for our city. Opportunity Calgary Investment Fund support of Avatar Innovations and its venture studio, Avatar Accelerator, is a reflection of the leadership role that our city is taking in the development of clean tech solutions in Canada and, quite frankly, globally. This is an investment in smart and ambitious Calgarians, many of whom are in this room. It will help local entrepreneurs create solutions to one of the most pressing challenges that our world faces today, and that's the challenge of truly transforming our energy economy. Alberta companies are leaders in clean tech investment in Canada. We have the opportunity to grow not only our economy, but also to meet our climate goals. It is going to take significant investment, though, and that's why announcements like this one today puts us on that journey towards being a leader across the globe. This investment also aligns very well with City Council's strategic direction, which has a lot to do with advancing priorities of economic and climate resilience, as well as downtown revitalization. Now, local success stories like Avatar help to create high-quality jobs and to contribute to a low-carbon future. And perhaps even more importantly, homegrown success stories like this means that our narrative is changing on the global stage as more and more people are able to find and practice meaningful work in our own city. Avatar Accelerator has made a commitment to generating 12 new startups, and we know that when it comes to clean tech startups in our province, more than half of those ventures are first-time founders. 28% of those folks were born outside this country, and 22% are women. That is a big deal, and that's why I repeat those stats as much as I can. It shows that diversifying our economy is actually diversifying leadership in our business sector. Now, shifting our narrative and securing Calgary's position as a leader in energy transformation may be the most important thing that we do for our city's economic future, as well as to attract the type of talent that we need right here. And I've said it before, but it bears repeating. It will take a culture shift and political will to make this happen. But if anybody can turn a global threat into a massive opportunity, it is Calgary. We have an incredible future before us, and it's one that we are all going to create together. I want to thank you for being a part of this moment with us and for being part of the change to make great things happen for our city. And back over to you.
Thank you, Mayor, and thanks for reinforcing the importance of this particular investment. I would like now to introduce Kevin Krausert, CEO and co-founder of Avatar Innovations.
Thanks, Angie, for the introduction, and thanks everyone for joining us today. Today represents a major step forward for Calgary's thriving energy sector and its ability to deliver breakthrough technologies in the energy transition and building leaders of the future. Calgary always has been and always will be Canada's energy capital, but today we are also undoubtedly Canada's energy transition capital. Avatar Innovations applauds the City of Calgary, Calgary Economic Development, OCIF, and Mayor Gondek's leadership with today's generous funding contribution towards 3 years' worth of Avatar programming. With this contribution, Avatar will be able to accelerate the pace of technology commercialization in the energy transition inside oil and gas for the benefit of the city. Only 18 short months ago, many of the energy leaders in this room met for a fateful afternoon in the Calgary Petroleum Club. Each of us had spent several months on the front lines managing a fundamentally disrupted energy market. The challenges in front of us were immense: an absence of risk capital, an exodus of institutional capital, stubbornly difficult processes bringing new carbon technologies to market, and a disengaged workforce questioning the very future of our city. But we gathered there that fateful day because we shared a common purpose. We chose hope over fear, unity over discord, and a vision and a plan, nothing short of audacious, was born. And the fulcrum of that vision, Avatar Innovations, has become in 18 short months not just an engine for real energy transition value creation, but an unstoppable movement born right here in Calgary. In only 18 short months, that motley crew that met at the Petroleum Club for that fateful afternoon, a group of seasoned executives, aspiring energy young professionals, and a Toronto banker can look back and say, look back and see what we've done. 1,800 applications to participate in Avatar, 644 alumni, 30 breakthrough carbon technologies already sponsored by industry, a partnership with the Elon Musk Foundation's $100 million Carbon Removal X Prize, and a 17,000 square foot global best-in-class energy transition center located right here in downtown Calgary, supported by oil and gas. This is the new Calgary. It is delivering energy security and an energy transition the world has never been in more desperate need of. It's innovative, it's inclusive, it's diverse, it's courageous, it's community-minded, and it's the city where we're solving the greatest challenge and the greatest opportunity of our generation. To those who say the future of oil and gas is in doubt, today is their answer. To those who say the oil and gas sector is not a meaningful and powerful partner in the energy transition, Avatar is their answer. This unparalleled success was only made possible by the incredible ecosystem of leadership and innovation that exists here in Calgary. From true industry leaders like Suncor, Cenovus, TC Energy, Enbridge, Whitecap Resources, and Spartan Controls, and from leading technology and research centers in the University of Calgary and SAIT, and forward-looking innovation ecosystem partners like Prairie's Economic Development Canada, CRIN, the Clean Resource Innovation Network, Oil Sands Pathway to Net Zero Alliance, the Energy Futures Lab, and Platform Calgary. I want to particularly thank Mayor Gondek, Brad Perry, and the entire OCIF team for making today happen, and a particular thank you to the Avatar leadership team. You guys truly are the best team in energy. If we accomplished all this in 18 months, just imagine what we can accomplish in the next 18 months and the next. What new undreamt of wonders will we have built? What new accomplishments will we look back and say, Calgary is the city that made it happen? The story of Calgary and our proud energy industry has never been one of shortcuts or settling for less. Rather, it has been the risk takers, the doers, the makers of things, who have carried us up this long road towards this success and turned this audacious vision called Avatar into a reality. But what is required of us now is a new era of responsibility, a recognition on the part of everyone in the energy industry that we have duties to ourselves, to each other, and to the world. Duties that we cannot grudgingly accept, but rather seize gladly, firm in the knowledge that there's nothing so satisfying to the spirit, so defining of our character, than giving in our all to an incredible task. The world depends on us. Now it's up to us. The table is set. There is a new energy future. Let's go build it right here in Calgary.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for those inspiring words. And we're super excited to see more of the great work that you and your team are doing in the energy transition and clean tech space. I would now like to invite Martha Hall Finley, Chief Climate Officer at Suncor, to say a few words.
Thank you. So thank you very much. First, a huge shout out. I commend and thank the City of Calgary and Calgary Economic Development for your support of this extraordinary organization. Suncor certainly thrilled to have been a part of supporting Avatar from the beginning in a small way. It's amazing what this organization has been able to do with small support here and there, and I have to say Suncor is thrilled to continue to support Avatar, the Avatar leadership team, and the Avatarians. It's a fantastic example of an innovative approach to innovation, which we're as I said, we're thrilled to be supportive. We are really thrilled to be a part of this because innovation is key to the future of our sector. It's not only the key to the future of our sector, it's the key to the future of this city, this province, and this country. And Avatar is leading the way. So thank you to Avatar for that. Some may not like it, but the rest of the world is going to continue to need oil and gas for a long time to come. We in Canada and our industry are at the top of the charts of environment, social, governance, ESG factors, except for one. We're pretty high emitters. Suncor is an oil sands company. We do a lot of other things, but the oil sands in Canada represent a full 10% of all of Canada's emissions. We're really big emitters. Our job is to reduce those emissions to net zero. The oil sands, Kevin mentioned the Oil Sands Pathways to Net Zero Alliance. We have a very concrete plan to have significant reductions by 2030, by 2040, and then net zero by 2050. The only way we are going to be able to do that is thanks to the innovations and the creativity and the investments in clean tech that pave the way for the successes and the technological successes. We have some technologies, CCUS, we already know what to do in this country. We've actually led in some of these technologies, but there's an awful lot more to do, and that's where Avatar comes in. Avatar and the Avatarians are key to that ambition and the success, again, for Calgary, for Alberta, and for Canada. I was going to say a few other things, but this morning changed it all up because of a walk, my normal walk in the park with my dog, and the magpies. So my dog and the magpies are having their traditional good morning, you know, I'll chase you, you chase me game, because that's what they do. They play. They know they're never even going to catch each other, but it's quite fun to watch. And as I was watching them, I thought, okay, don't laugh at me, but I thought, that actually reminds me of Avatar. And let me tell you why. Magpies are incredibly intelligent. Magpies are brash. And those of you who know magpies, you know this. But they're brash in a good way because they're brash wanting to get things done for themselves and their families. And also their communities. But in terms of community, I've actually seen a dozen magpies gather together to fight off a couple of crows that were threatening one magpie nest. So they're also extraordinarily communal. They look after their babies. You know that if you've ever been dive bombed by a magpie. They're also extremely hardworking. Have you ever seen their nests? They are, as I said, fiercely protective of their own and each other. And they are not afraid to push for what they want. They are not afraid to tell the world about it either, sometimes pretty loudly. That's a good thing. That's the Calgary that I moved to 7 years ago. That's the Avatar that I know, and that's the future of this city, this province, in this country. So thank you to Avatar, thank you to Calgary. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Martha. And just wanted to say a thank you again to all of the speakers today, to Brad, Mayor Gondak, Martha, Kevin, and team. Thank you so much.